We're gonna start with some warm up, some open books to kind of get the upper body or the upper back a little open. So you're gonna be on your hands and knees here. We're gonna have one hand behind our neck and the other hand is planted into the ground, and we are gonna twist down towards that other elbow and then open up as much as you can. I'll give you a forward view here. Arms are hands and knees, arm bent behind the neck, touch down, and then open up as much as you can. We're focusing on mobility here. Let's do about 10 per side, just to open it up a bit. Feel a little stretch in your chest. Open up as much as you can. Good. Now from that same position, we're gonna be doing bird dogs. So hands and knees. You can do this with your knees on the ground or a little extra challenge, knees off the ground. But just for warm-up sake, probably just keep the knees on the ground. We're gonna go opposite arm, opposite leg. We're gonna reach out, making sure that shoulder stays over that wrist. Then we're gonna crunch in to the middle. So reach out, crunch into the middle. Try to keep that shoulder over your hand the whole time. Let's do 5 per side here. And then let's do that twice. So we're gonna do a total of 10 for each side, but switch every 5. Really crunch into the middle. Good. Don't forget to switch every 5. Last few. Good. We're gonna go into some inchworms. So you're gonna hop up. All we're gonna do is bend down to our toes, then slowly walk our hands out. You should have some stretch in those hamstrings. Walk your hands out to tall plank. Push up is optional. You don't have to. And then walk your hands back in. Get the shoulders warmed up a little bit, the core warmed up a little bit. It's almost kind of a good full body kind of exercise here to warm up, just because you kind of get a lot of things involved. So let's do about 10 to 15. Some of you will go slower, some of you will go faster. Does not matter. So a few more, 2 more. All right. Next up, we got shoulder taps. So let's go into tall plank. And we're gonna do shoulder taps from here. You can also do shoulder taps in the quadruped position with your knees off the ground. Causes a little extra stability. If not, just stay up here in tall plank and try to go nice and slow. With these shoulder taps, we don't want our hips rotating to either side as we tap. So I'll show you head on. We don't want to have to rotate up and out here. Try to stay stable and not really move much of anything. Let's do about 20. Just keep going. If you want to go on your knees, hands and knees, knees off the ground, quadruped position. Do the same thing. A little bit extra of a challenge. All up to you. A few more. All right. Last one here, we're gonna go dead bugs. So we're gonna be on our back. And we're gonna bring our legs up and our arms up like a dead bug, opposite arm, opposite leg. Drop them to the ground and bring them back up. Opposite arm, opposite leg, all the way down. Making sure the whole time that our back stays planted into the ground. Your lower back should not come off the ground whatsoever. If it does start to rise up a little bit, stop where you are, come back to the top, and then switch sides. We don't want to go past that point. Just remember that's kind of your point where your core decides that it's had enough. So only go as low as you can, keeping that core planted into the ground. Let's go a few more. All right. We're going to get into our workout here. If you guys have a towel or resistance band, like a hand towel, if you would be so kind as to get that now. If not, that is fine. It is not the end of the world. But if you do, we're going to do some exercises with it, or just one exercise with it. Our first kind of section here is going to be 30 seconds on, 15 off, and we have 6 different exercises. The first exercise is going to be push-ups. So standard push-ups, elbows at 45 degrees. Head stays up the whole time. Try not to let that neck drop. Head stays up, all the way down, all the way up, keeping that body straight the whole time. Next one is going to be towel rows. So this is where our towel is going to come into play. We're going to hold it like such. And as we come down, we're going to bring our body up in almost a Superman position. So we're being in the Superman position, and we're going to pull outward with either your resistance band or your towel, just to have that pressure going out, and then squeeze it all the way into your chest and back out. So you're coming up, pulling out, pulling all the way in, and then out. Next exercise after that is going to be a push-up row. So we're going to be doing a push-up. When we come up from our push-up, your feet are going to be a little wider here, and you're going to row in with one side. So it's kind of like a renegade row, but no weights. Next one's going to be our elbow row, which essentially is our upside down push-up. So we're on our back, elbows to our sides. Get you a better angle here, elbows to our sides. And all you're going to do is squeeze your shoulder blades to get that back off the ground. I'll show you once more here. On your back, elbows to your sides. Squeeze those shoulder blades up, squeezing that back together. Then we're going into a tricep dip, where if you have something to do a tricep dip on, maybe a stool, that's great. If not, you can do them on the ground just fine. Have your fingers facing your toes and come here and tricep dip down. It's not the best compared to actual tricep dips on, whether it be a chair or something else. If you have that, please use it. If not, it's okay. And then we're going Superman with a squeeze. Also, I think this has also been called kind of like elbows to ribs. So we're coming up into Superman, and we're going to squeeze our elbows into our ribs. Come back down, up, squeeze, and back down. It's kind of like the towel row, but you don't have that extra resistance. All right, so we're going to start at the top. Push-ups, 30 seconds on, 10 seconds, 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Excuse me. Let me just set up my timer here. 30 on, 15 off. All right, we're going to get going with push-ups in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I want you to do as many push-ups as you can with perfect form. If you need to drop to your knees, that's fine. Keep that head up the whole time. Don't look down. Once we drop that neck, we get into some bad posture, and we don't want to do that. Keep going. Do the best you can. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, next one, towel rows. Grab your towel. If you have one, resistance band, if you have one. If not, it'll be okay. Do the same thing. 3, 2, 1, and up. Squeeze in, come out, and back down. So basically Superman, pull out with those hands, squeeze into your chest, and back out. Pull up, squeeze, 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 and back down. Squeezing those shoulder blades as tight as you can. Feel it in your back. If you have a resistance band, it'll be much tougher. Almost there, and rest. All right, next one is gonna be our push-up row. So you're in the push-up position, but you're doing your row at the top as if you were doing a renegade row with dumbbells. Get ready. 3, 2, and go for it. So push up to the top, try to keep stable, and row. Bring that elbow up as high as you can. When you come back from the knees, same thing. Do your push up on your knees, and then try to come up to your toes for your row. Push up from the knees, come up for your row. All right, keep going. Almost there. And rest. All right, elbow row is next. We're on our back, elbows out to our side. It's like an upside down push up. Elbows out, and all you're doing is squeezing your shoulder blades together, and it should lift your body up off the ground. If your elbows are too far out to the side, it'll be really, really hard. Bring your elbows a little closer to the side of your body, and go for it. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Up, up, up as tight as you can each time. Hold that squeeze for a small little second and relax. Keep going. Almost there. Last few. And rest. All right. Going into our tricep dip. So if you have a stool, a bench, something, run over to it real quick. If not, you're doing them on the ground. Get ready. And go for it. Fingers are facing your toes, elbows down. Try not to let your elbows go out too far to the sides. They should be facing straight back, and your fingers straight forward. Keep going. Do the best you can. A little tougher than it is without a couch, a bench, something to do tricep dips with, but we'll maintain. And rest. Last one, Superman with a squeeze. So we're in our Superman position. When we come up, we're going elbows to ribs. Kind of like the same thing with the elbow rows, or start with the towel rows, and go for it. Superman up, squeeze those elbows in, and back down. Come up, squeeze those elbows in, and back down. Squeeze those elbows in, and back down. All right, keep going. Almost there. Three, 2, 1, and rest. All right, next section. I'm going to go into more of a core section with a little bit of upper body as well. This time we're going 30 seconds on and only 10 seconds off. So small difference here. The exercises are going to be to start plank twists. So we're going to be in a tall plank, but we're going to rotate over to each side and just keep going back and forth. There's probably a better name for this that I just am not remembering. Next up is plank push-ups. You're starting in tall plank or low plank and then switching. Just remember to switch which hand you start with each time. Then we're going to go into heel taps. You're going to be on your back, and all you're doing is rotating from side to side, touching your heel on either side, trying to keep those shoulders off the ground. Don't stress your neck too much. We're just focusing on tapping those heels. If it's too easy, push your feet a little farther and force yourself to squeeze a little bit more. We're just trying to get as much rotation as we possibly can Next one is hollow twists. We're gonna be in the hollow hold, twisting our hands from side to side. And all you're doing is focusing on squeezing that core as hard as you can the whole entire time. Then we're going into dead bugs on our back. Did these for a warm-up. Make sure that core stays super, super tight the whole time. And the last one is gonna be toe touches. You're on your back, feet up, reach for your toes. All right, starting at the top with plank twist, 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plank twist to start. Rotate up to each side. Hold for a cool second, and then switch back. Keep going, halfway there. 5 more seconds. Keep going. And rest. Next one, plank push-ups. In either tall plank or low plank and switching back and forth. 3, 2, 1, go for it. Make sure you switch which hand you start with each time. Try not to move your hips around too much when you do these. They're gonna move a little bit, but try to keep that core super tight so you're not moving them too much. Keep going. And rest. All right, heel taps next, on your back, laying down. 3, 2, 1, reach, heel to heel, rotating your core, keeping those shoulders slightly off the ground. If it's too easy, you can kind of just sit there and tap your heels all day, put your feet a little farther out. Force as much twisting as you can get. Try not to stress that neck too much, but keep those shoulders off the ground. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next one is hollow twists. So you're gonna be in the hollow hold position or a tall hollow hold and twisting back and forth. And go for it. Twist, twist. Good, squeeze as far as you can to either side. Keep going. And rest. All right, next one, dead bugs on our backs, just like the warm up. Get ready. And 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Dead bugs. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Keep that core planted super tight whole time. Keep going. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Last one, toe touches on our back. Getting ready, and 3, 2, and 1. Toes up, reach, 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 reach. You don't have to actually touch the toes as long as you're contracting your core. That's our main goal here. You could even do it without your hands and accomplish the same goal. Breathe out on the way up and on the way down. Almost there. And rest. All right, good work. Another section here. We're going in to 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Let me switch up the timer. All right, so we're doing, first one is reverse snow angels. This is a little different than than the one we did last time with our Superman and our elbows to ribs. I want you to have your arms completely out in your Superman. So you're Superman all the way back, and I want your palms facing up at the back, and then you're gonna push up as much as you can, squeezing that back together. So palms facing the ground at the way out, and then once you squeeze back, your palms are gonna be up, and you're gonna be squeezing that back as tight as you can. Next one is gonna be shoulder taps. Now you can do these in the quadruped position with your knees off the ground for a little extra challenge, or you can go tall plank with your feet spread out a little bit. Next one is gonna be a rear fly pulse. So we're gonna be in the bent over position here, the hinge position, flat back. And we're gonna have our pinkies facing up, and like we would with rear fly with dumbbells, but instead we're gonna do 3 reps. And then at the top of the third one, we're gonna do 3 pulses, squeezing our back together. So 3 reps and 3 pulses at the top. Hope that makes sense. If not, I'll reiterate it when we get to it. Plank push-ups again next. Good one for the triceps, one of my favorites. So tall plank to low plank, same thing as earlier. Then we're going into shoulder circles. So we'll do shoulder circles, standing back and forth, switching every 5 to 10 seconds, trying to burn out those shoulders, and then finish off that section with a low plank, just to kind of burn out that core a little bit more. So we're starting with reverse snow angels, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Snow angels all the way out. Bring your palms facing up at the back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. All the way forward, all the way back. Good. If you're focusing on your breathing, you're gonna breathe out on the way up, just squeeze, and then in on the way down. Five seconds. And rest. Good. Next exercise, going back to shoulder taps, like we did for the warm-up. Getting ready. In 3, 2, 1. Shoulder taps can be in tall plank or quadruped position, hands and knees. Keep those knees off the ground. Either one works. Keep that core super tight. Try not to move the hips too much. Try not to let much of the body move besides the arm touching to the shoulder. Halfway. Keep going. 10 seconds. And rest. Good. Rear fly pulse. So stand on up. Hinge position. Feet shoulder width apart. Hinge position. You're bringing those arms straight back. We're not bringing them backwards towards our butt. We're just bringing them straight up to the sky here. All right. 3 reps. 1, 2, and 3. And then 3 pulses at the top, squeezing back as tight as you can, and then back to 3 reps. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 3 reps. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 3 reps. Back and forth. Should feel the back of the shoulder. Pretty solid here. Almost there, about 15 seconds. Five seconds. And rest. All right, plank push-ups. Back to tall plank or low plank. Either way, we're gonna be switching between either one. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Triceps and shoulders. Gonna start to feel a little bit. If you need to drop to your knees, that's fine. It'll still get pretty much the same exercise. It'll just take some resistance off. So it'll allow you to keep going without having to rest. About 10 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Going into shoulder circles. So do these standing. We're gonna be standing here, going backwards and forwards. 5 more seconds. Shoulders should start to burn here. And we're gonna go with small forward circles. So we're doing small circles and trying to go really fast, keeping the circles tight. Now let's go backwards. And forwards again. We'll just keep going forwards and back. If you ever need to rest, shake them out and go back in it again. Forward circles, backward circles, super tight circles, forward again. Try to go as fast as you can. Those shoulders should start to burn pretty bad. I know mine are. All right, keep going, almost there. 5 seconds, keep switching back and forth. And rest. All right, low plank, last one. And we got a small little finisher here. After this, we'll get a little rest in between. All right, low plank, 45 seconds. Hold those hips up the best you can in 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Hips stay up. Try not to let those hips drop. If they do, drop to your knees or completely rest. We do not want that stress on the low back. If you want to make this a little harder, you can extend your feet out a little further and almost stretch out your elbows from your toes, and it'll make it a heck of a lot harder keeping that body up. All right, halfway there. Keep going, core tight. Keep going. Keep going. 5 seconds. And rest. All right, good work. Shake it all out. We got a little finisher here. And the way it's going to work is we're going to pick 4 exercises. We're going to do a little Tabata of them. So we're going to do push-ups. Let's see here. We're going to do push-ups, heel taps, hollow twists, and then we're going to finish off with elbow rows. So we're going to do 2 rounds of each before we switch to the next exercise. So we'll do 2 rounds of push-ups, 2 rounds of heel taps, 2 rounds of hollow twist, finish off with 2 rounds of elbow row, and then we'll be toast. All right. Starting off with the push-ups here. Going 20 on, 10 off, 8 rounds. All right. Get ready. Starting with push-ups in 3, 2, 1. Oh, nope, sorry, wait. 3, 2, 1. All right, go for it, push-ups. Try your best to do all of them off your knees, keeping that head up, dropping the chest all the way to the ground. If you need to drop to your knees, that's fine. We're focusing on getting good reps here, not how many you can do off of your knees. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Rest. We're gonna do another round of push-ups here in a second. Rest 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Back in it. Push-ups again. 20 more seconds. Try to do good, solid reps. Keeping those hips up. Those hips start to drop. Drop your knees. Keep going. 5 seconds. And rest. All right, we're going into our heel taps here. On your back, heels out in front of you. Keep those shoulders off the ground, rotate side to side, and go for it. Tap those heels. Should be difficult. If it isn't, put your feet a little farther. Try to reach a little further. Get as much of your back off the ground as you can as you twist. And rest. Stay here. We got one more round here. Another 5 seconds of rest. Heel taps again. 3, 2, 1. Go for it. And rest. Going into our hollow twists. Feet up. Going side to side here. 3, 2, 1. Side to side. Keep that hollow position. High hollow position. Twist back and forth. Keep that core tight. 10 more seconds. And rest. 10-second rest. Go one more time. 3, 2, 1. At it again. Three, 2, 1. Rest. Last one. Elbow rows on our back here. Elbows out to the side. Squeezing up like we did earlier. And go for it. Let me turn a bit so I can see my timer. All right. Squeeze those elbows up off the ground as tight as you can. If it's too hard, move your elbows a little closer to your body. You want to be right in the middle. 3, 2, 1, and rest. One more round here. 3, 2, 1. Elbow rows, squeeze up, 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 and back down. Squeeze up, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Hold for a quick second, and then back down. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. Since we do have, let's go an extra minute here. We are going to do a minute. We're going to do 30-second side plank, 30-second side plank, 1 minute low plank to do a two-minute core finisher here. If you're up for it. If not, you can get out of here. Does not matter. We're just going as long as we can. All right, get ready. Starting with side plank. 3, 2, 1. Go for it. So we're going side plank on one side. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Do not let those hips drop. Squeeze that core as tight as you can. Make sure your butt is squeezed so your body's completely straight as a plank. Almost there. 5 more seconds. And rest, switch sides. Go for it. Keep those hips up, squeeze those glutes. Keep that core super duper tight. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Low plank. 1 more minute to finish. Low plank. Keep those hips up. Don't let those hips drop. Core super tight the whole time. Make it a little harder. You can extend your feet out a little further. To make it easier, you can drop to either knees or you can go up to tall plank. Whatever you feel like, as long as those hips stay up, as long as that core stays tight. Almost there. 30 seconds. Keep going. Almost there. Come on. 20 seconds. Keep going. You can hold it. 10 seconds. All you got. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good work, everybody.